Hello, Divine Ones. This is Mary Dust 1111, and I have here the soulmate card, calling in your soulmate. And so today I'm going to actually do a reading of what the soulmate, or either your twin flame, is thinking or feeling about you. So I'm just going to slide this card in, and then I'm going to shuffle and see exactly where this card ends up. All right. So for you guys that may not know, I am a spirit-led reader, meaning that I use these cards and other tools as tools to convey the messages that the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Christos energy actually has for us. Okay? I don't worship these. These are just tools, no different than a hammer. Okay? And whatever the Spirit tells me to say or convey, I have no other choice but to do so. Okay? I'm a servant of the Most High. Okay, so don't shoot the servant, but if you do, I will be protected. Ha ha. Okay, well, all right. Let me see something else that I have to say too. Oh yeah, so for those that may not know, the collective is like a big ocean, like a pool. We are all connected, however, there are different waves. And these are different waves in the ascension process, okay? So these messages may not specifically relate to each situation in your life. However, there is a message in this for you, as well as maybe for somebody else you know, or you can use it for a teaching tool. You know, you can integrate it into your mind process, and then you can use it as a teaching tool because this is spiritual information, and I'm not talking about conventional spiritual information, such as a book. I'm talking about information from out of this world, which is this 3D experience, 3D confined. All right, so give me a second. All right, let's see what's going on with the soulmate or the twin flame, whichever one. Let's find where this card is. Okay, so this and that. Uh-oh, that's looking cute right there. Hold on. All right, let me put this to the side and let me spread this on out. Now, there's so many different energies and things that come through, so there may be several different scenarios, depending on what the Spirit gives me to convey to a specific individual, or to a cluster of individuals, or to a wave of individuals, okay? All right, so let's see here. We have trust in reverse on one hand, and then we have chemistry on the other hand. All right, the trust in reverse. Why is it in the reverse? What's going on? Okay, so let me let this down so I can see a little better. Okay, so this specific wave, and this is, it can be a divine masculine or a divine feminine, okay? Hold on. Okay, so they're not trusting the connection or believing that it could actually happen. However, they can't ignore the feeling. They can't ignore the fact of how they feel. And they definitely know that this is some type of spiritual connection, but how can they actually verbalize it? Because it doesn't make any sense. In order for it to verbalize something, it has to make sense within the processes of the mind. And it doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, this person speaks a different language than me, or they live clear across the world, or either we're from two economic backgrounds, or either I'm like 30 years older than them, they're 30 years younger than me. Whatever the situation may be, they may be laid up with somebody else. How come I feel this way about this person? I cannot explain it. And the soulmate is like, well, how can I actually manifest this? How can this happen? All right. Okay. So this is currently what the soulmate is feeling and thinking, sort of like a tug of war within them. And they don't know how they will manifest it, okay? So hold on, there's something else coming through. Hold on. Okay, so with the 717 portal, there's going to be a lot of twin flame union, okay? The 717 portal is like a series of eclipses. And it doesn't mean July 17th, although that could happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen. I don't know. I'm not God, okay? But specifically with the 717 portal, okay, it's like an energy. It's like number 7 is the number for divine, celestial, and angelic communication, okay? And with it's like 717. It's like a 7 on each end. So it's like for twin flames, for ultimate soulmates, they're actually balancing out each other. Okay, and it's an energy. It's not so much of a date. Okay, it's like of an energy that's coming through. This information is coming through. It's also DNA activations. It's different types of setting people and individuals, divine ones, on their path. Okay, for some waves, they may actually start this journey. For some ways, they may actually be meeting their twin or their divine partner. On some ways, they may have already met their divine partner, but they're going through it's like this real fast, fiery energy. So they're actually going to come into union. For some of them, they may be in separation, but they're actually going to come to some type of realization in their life journey, aka their ministry. Okay, so it's different things that's coming through. Okay, so with this chemistry card, it speaks to the mental. All right, so like what makes a person think the way they think? Yes, they can gather information, but how do people process information? That's the thing. That's the key right there. You can have two people in the same environment, eating the same foods, etc., etc. However, they may process information differently, and it's all on the chemistry, depending on the chemistry of the brain. All right. So if it's somebody that has like some type of chemical imbalance within them, and they feel like they may be going crazy, or like bipolar, or some chemistry that may be off within the brain and within the body, that with the 717 portal, that this can be changed around. Okay, this could very well be changed around. All right, and so the Spirit is saying that don't worry, okay, because you may be on some medications, or there may be you may be in and out of the hospital, but there's healing available with that and the balancing out of the chemistry within your body. All right, some may have trust issues altogether. Okay. And it's nothing that a 3D person can do to heal this, all right? It's like it could be actually a family generational type of thing that actually needs to be burned off. So you may be burning off the karma of your generations from your family, because they may have had some really traumatic things that happened throughout your lineage, and that is actually something that was passed down chemically, aka DNA, 3D DNA lead. That's DNA lead. Okay, well, what I mean by in the DNA, in the 3D sense, okay? And so you have this inherent type of trust issues, okay? And so especially in romantic relationships, this really puts you on edge. It causes you to want to try to control and dominate. And so the Spirit is saying that you need to let go of that energy. Okay, and so with the 717 portal, you can really activate trust in your I wouldn't say body, but it's more so like in the mind. It's more so within you by starting to actually consciously work on it. And what will happen when the 717 portal comes through, that it will start to move really fast. And so when this from being upside down with these trust issues flip this way, then you can really start to call in things in your life, not just your soulmate, but also different things. Like it may be a lack of belief in things, like miracles can't happen, or lack of anything that has been hindering you because of this trust issue. All right, you could have problems with trusting yourself with things. That makes you act out in a certain way, the self-sabotage type of mentality, that can all be negated with the 717 portal. All right, so I'm going to pull some runes, and these are spirit-led runes. I'm going to turn this back the way how it was at first. Okay. All right, so here we have a full moon. So someone is finding fulfillment All right, someone is coming to full balance within themselves. So it could be this group of individuals that have had mental problems, and even could be even health problems, that they're starting to find like healing and peace within what's going on. So that will also bring healing. So you guys can see all these runes right here. All right, as above, so below. So these energies that are above, also out of this world, pretty much, because I don't want to be confined to anything in this world. This world is a death of confinement, of limitation. So these energies that are coming in from above, aka out of this world, aka from the divine triangle, also known as the Holy Spirit, the Christ energy, the divine source, whatever name you want to tag onto it, that is starting to rain down. Okay, and as well too, when you put this right here, it's like you see how they're balancing out the masculine and feminine within this individual or within the collective. It's like a balancing out this starting to happen because of the 717 portal with all these eclipses that are coming through and all this information that's coming through. It's a balancing out within the mind of the individuals that may have been sick, but also too within the collective altogether and within this individual. All right. So those that are doubting this connection, that things will start to equal sign. You see that? It's like an equal sign starting to equal out, even out, and they're starting to receive these signs of synchronicities on a whole other level. And we have the sun. Okay. So, yeah, it's like, once again, it's like with this communication. And it's also, too, it's something else with the sun. Heat, eclipses, like activation. Also, too, like whenever I think of the 717 portal, it's like an image of a comet, like a shooting star. Like, and comets, they catch on fire when they enter into the atmosphere. So it's like this heat. And this heat is burning off all of these issues within the divine ones so they can start to reach equalization. That's the word that comes to mind, within themselves, which is chemistry, which is balance. Within themselves, they will also happen within their twin or their divine partner, whatever name you want to call your significant other, that it will balance everything out, and then there will be some type of promise fulfilled. And the star usually represents like a promise fulfilled, but also with the sun, because the sun helps to bring illumination to things. And so it's like they're starting to realize that this is like not just a bright idea, meaning it's not just false hope, that it's actually a promise within this connection. Okay? And I actually am feeling compelled to pull one of these little mini cards. I like them. I think they're cute. They're fun to fool around with. Because they fit right in my hand so cutely. So let's see what comes up. How are they feeling? What are they thinking about right now? Okay, so the messages will probably vary because, once again, there's different ways watching. Oh no! They are right now. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling overwhelmed. But they're feeling like a little overwhelmed. Like that was rightfully so, because there's so many messages that are coming through, and there's so much energy that's starting to come through that they could actually feel like overwhelmed by this type of. Once again, the word that comes to mind is energy, because it's so potent, and it's so like almost like forceful a little bit. It's like in their face. Imagine if you look directly into the sun. For those that can, such as myself, and some people, they actually sun gaze and watch the sun. They can do that because it's no different than this is like an analogy, but most people can't look into the sun. All right, because it's overwhelming to them. So this is the same thing with those that walk in the Holy Spirit, the Christless energy. That it's easier for them to recognize the light. all right? Because they walk with it, they feel it. However, for someone that is just stepping into the light, that's stepping into the Christless consciousness, the Holy Spirit, that it can be a little overwhelming. It can cause them to be even confused at times because they don't know just yet. They have to learn and work their way up to it. They have to build their bodies up to it, their minds up to going higher and higher, aka also looking deeper and deeper into themselves, aka also into the sun, if you want to use that as an analogy. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And this right here is a 3-card pick. Sometimes I pick from different decks, a card from each deck. And sometimes I just do it with one suit. Sometimes I do it where I pick a certain card and I slide it in and then see what comes up. Sometimes that may happen. But anyway, this is $10 and it's listed down below. And for the rest of this month, and I believe for the rest of the summer, that actually I will be offering free rooms with a video in-depth spirit reads. So you can find these links right below, ranging from $5 to $57.17. And let me see, thank you guys that have already purchased. I have some more readings coming out today, as well as I read every day, so I will be posting videos for those ones that have already purchased readings. Thank you for that. And for those that have done the 613, Higher Knowledge, Higher Wisdom, energetic donations or energetic exchanges, aka donations, thank you so much for that. You can also find the link right below. And you guys, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment below. This will help YouTube to know that this information is valuable so they can push it in front of more people. Like, share, subscribe, and make sure to hit the notification button so that you know that when I post another video. All right, thank you guys. Once again, I'll talk to you later. Peace.